Hello to all of my Leos. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Leos. This is your general reading. We're in a waning crescent moon phase. So we are waning crescent moon phase is a part of the last quarter moon phase, third quarter moon phase. Time for winding down. It's time for relaxing, slowing down your mind, opening your mind and your heart, boosting your intuition, making you receptive to all the messages from nature. So this is a great time for thinking about what lessons did I learn about myself during this lunar cycle, right? And also forgiveness of people, letting go of things, relaxing, healing your mind. Some of the essential oils, Leos, that you can focus on would be clary sage is one good one. Geranium is good. Lavender is good. Roman chamomile is good. Rose is good. And so is lang lang is good, right? Let's do it. Let's see what your cards have to say. So hopefully you're just in a calmer state of mind, moving towards the end, being okay with just releasing whatever has been stressing you out during this particular cycle. All right, let's go. Let's see what your cards have to say, Leos. Let's do it. First card out of the deck is the Chariot card. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Page of Swords, and also the Judgment card, right? So the Judgment card is attached to Pluto. Pluto is retrograde right now. Right now we have 5 planets that are retrograde. Pluto is one of those retrogrades. Somebody had an idea of somebody's definitely on a different page when it comes to relationships overall, right? Somebody is right now, the moon is in, if you're watching this video on the 9th, the moon is in Cancer, and this is Cancer's card. We're not talking about any Cancers that you know. But Cancer is ruled by the moon. You and Cancers are the only signs that's ruled by the luminary sun and the moon, right? So I'm trying to say this in the, okay. When you think about the sun, you all are ruled by the sun. The sun is a star. The sun illuminates the moon, right? And I'm saying this, I want you all to know this in your spirit. Not from a arrogant standpoint, but if you are not making yourself your sun, moon, and stars, right? So the sun illuminates the moon. The sun is a star. Sun, star, moon, right? Moon, sun, and stars, right? And you're not able to effectively communicate that to people. This is what I need from you for me to feel nurtured, protected, and secure. And this is from anybody who wants access to your universe. This is mom, dad, siblings, significant other, whomever, right? And this is not in a way that you are neglecting other people's needs at all. It's just you being able to communicate this to Leo. That's why I always say Leos rise and shine every single day, unapologetically. But communication is definitely key. So somebody is recognizing that, hey, I need to fulfill my legacy. I'm breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. That's what I'm focusing on right now. I'm not focusing on all that other stuff. And that's why during a waning moon in general, it's a waning crescent moon, but just a waning moon in general, you want to focus on, let me slow down for a minute. Let me get myself together. Let me wind down. Let me relax. And wherever your comfortable place is, Cancer is a water sign, and Pluto actually rules Scorpio, which is is one of Scorpio's ruling planet, but it's a generational planet. It is also a water sign. Get near water. Get near water and start to think, when I slow down, do I feel nurtured in my relationships? Do I feel protected? Do I feel secure in the relationships, right? Some of you all have moved on from relationships. And if you can answer that question, a solid no, I didn't feel nurtured, protected, and secure, move on in peace. Really, move on in peace. Because the reason why I had to kind of slow down a little bit, and I know some of you always like, just say it, just say it, just say it. Because I want to make sure you all don't feel like because you know what your needs are, whether it's in your personal life or your professional life, excuse me, that you allow other people to make you feel like you're asking too much of them. If they weren't able to fulfill, or they aren't able to give you what you need to feel protected, secure, and nurtured in your relationships, then you, Leos, not them, you all are a very loyal sign. You have to decide. It's your universe. You have to decide, this doesn't work for me, to protect your reputation. This is you sitting on your throne and talking to men and women, Leo. Don't, I know some men may be like, well, that's not me. That's a different person, right? But the queen aspect of the queen aspect of it makes you the nurturing part of you. This is feminine energy anyway, right? So you want to receive. You want to be treated in the way that you see yourself. You're a person who knows how to grow your money. You're very clear about what your legacy is. You've worked very, very hard. So you got to ask yourself, what is the motive? Why have I allowed myself to continue operating in the flesh as it relates to certain people, places, and things? Yeah, I want certain things out of life, but I also want to break generational cycles, chains, and curses, right? So get your rest. We're closing out a cycle. Your anxiety is going to go away. This is the Page of Swords and also the Four of Swords, okay? Let's keep it moving forward. Let's keep it moving forward, Leos. Let's keep it moving forward. Because the energy that I'm picking up here is that as long as you operate in the flesh and you kind of go back and forth with whomever, mom, dad, cousins, siblings, exes, whoever, whatever, something in human form, right? And you feel like, well, maybe they thought I was asking too much or whatever. It will frustrate you if you're not able to communicate that and also stand firm on it. So if you say, hey, listen, I need X, Y, and Z from you, when you're in a relationship and they're not giving it to you, then you also have to be prepared. Not when things just kind of really go awry to a point where you feel like, okay, now I just need to have a big argument and a blow up. But no, as cool, calm, and collected as you can, because you're not going to mess up your reputation. I'm not waiting for a firestorm before I move on. I need to just move on. I need to move on as calmly and as peaceful as I possibly can, right? So that's why I gave you the names of some of those essential oils that may kind of sort of calm you down a little bit. All right, let's keep it moving forward. All right, La Bruja. Here we have Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and also King of Pentacles. That's right. Yep. Yeah. La Bruja. We have the King of Pentacles. We also have the Queen of Pentacles twice, right? Somebody may feel like somebody's under a kind of a spell. We also have the Seven of Cups. We also have the Three of Pentacles. So it's just trying to make somebody very, very, very wealthy. Very wealthy. So to some degree, you're going to have to kind of stop caring about what people think, but not in an arrogant way. Just, I know what works for me and what doesn't work for me. That's simple, right? Four of Pentacles. Somebody is sitting around posted up, overthinking something, giving way too much energy and time. I wonder if they have a spell on them. Okay, if they do. So if they have a spell on them, or what's the problem? You don't even have to go into too much investigation over what you think it could be, right? And you're certainly not trying to put spells on people, because people have definitely done that and regretted it. So that's not what you're trying to do. You are just trying to stay laser focused. So yeah, so there's definitely some temptation. There's some temptation around certain people. But let me tell somebody what it really, really is, though. Let me help somebody. Again, only take what resonates with you, because this may or may not apply to some of you all. But just, again, take only what resonates with you. Somebody is dealing with the person who has a spell on a particular side of their family. There's an incubus or succubus spell on one side of the family, where people are just easily drawn by other people, like their lower chakras are out of alignment, right? It's like somebody having a 3-letter S word addiction, right? Let me just say that. You got to be real careful with that, because that energy is also transferable. So did I say that word right? Yeah, you can transfer that energy, right? So you want to make sure that you stay as far away from that type of energy as you possibly can, and just go ahead and say, I need to protect myself. I need to protect my energy because I don't want to be contaminated by that. Don't want to be contaminated by that, because that's in the lower frequency. Your root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras, those are in the lower frequencies, right? And that will mess up your heart chakra if you don't know exactly what it is. So you're going to have to raise your frequency so that source can tell you, show you exactly what it is. Like, let me give somebody also, they could have that cheating spirit on them. Right? They could have that cheating spirit on them. It could be a man or a woman. Doesn't really matter. It's not really gender specific. They could have that cheating spirit on them where they have that wandering eye. You know, if it's a working situation, it could be, it's also the disloyalty spirit, right? Where they just hop on whatever the latest, whoever can get them to wherever. That's why I want somebody to go ahead and get your rest. It's not you, Leos. It's something else that somebody is dealing with, and you're trying to put a spell on that, or you're trying to hypnotize that or whatever. It's going to turn around and mess you up. It'll turn around, it will mess you all the way up. So leave it alone. Just leave it alone and move on about your life. Your anxiety will calm down before you know it. If it's a loved one that seems like they're always checked out, they could also have that spirit on them as well. So King of Pentacles came out twice. So Source is really trying to send somebody across your path that has that same type of energy on them as well. We also have the Page of Wands. We also have the Nine of Wands. So somebody's definitely at the end of a long and arduous journey, and Source is about to speed things up for you. Here's the Eight of Wands. And then also the Ten of Pentacles. Legacy wealth, you and your person. Yep, it's trying to speed everything up for you. So all you have to do is have childlike faith, because somebody is about to go back to something that you've outgrown. Please, please, please leave it alone, because you do not want to jeopardize either what you currently have going back to something where you think it's one thing and it's something different. Somebody is dealing with that kind of an addiction. Somebody is dealing with that kind of addiction, and it's a generational curse cycle or chain that they need to break. That's not something you can tell them, oh, I see exactly what this is. I saw a reading and I know what you're dealing with. Leave it alone. Just let Source deal with it. Let Source deal with that, because that's the only thing that can break it. That's the only energy that can break it. Not you. You know, people claim to sell all kinds of stuff. All I can just tell you is I've been doing this for a very long time. And I can tell you this is something that you want to leave to Source. You want to leave this to Source. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, Leos. Just leave it alone. 6. We have 1. We had to pull out the Uno cards. 6, 1, 3. Yeah, everything is in reverse for them. The 6. And then what did I just say? Reverse. Yeah. Throat chakra, everything is in reverse, right? So anyway, here we have solar plexus chakra, right? So you're trying to move forward. You know, you're trying to move forward. Maybe there's a baby involved. Maybe there's not a new baby involved. And they're trying to go backwards to something, right? Something is thrown out of alignment with their sacral chakra. Solar plexus chakra. So you're saying, I will have this kind of life. I'm moving into abundance and prosperity. And like I said, the number 6 is in the shape of a pregnant woman. And this would apply to everybody, because it's speaking to, I will have abundance and prosperity. And there's nothing wrong with having abundance and prosperity, but theirs is out of alignment, right? So they're thinking in terms of cap, not the slang term cap. You know, like I know it means lie, but no, they're thinking in terms of cap and like in terms of limitation, like, and Source doesn't want you to think in terms of limitations. Okay, so their number 3 is also out of alignment. This is throat chakra now, right? Throat chakra. When I say that somebody is definitely you all are just not on the same, whoever it is, not on the same frequency. Throat chakra across the board. You were born to inspire. They're still not really sure what they're born to do. 3 came out twice, still upside down, right? I'm telling you. Okay, 6 and then 1 out of alignment, right? They are you're dealing with somebody who is, it's hard for them to move on from relationships because that's what keeps them grounded to the earth, right? And so, but I'm telling you, if you're trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're trying to be, I don't want to say nice, because you can still be a kind person. You can still be a nice person. You can still be a kind person. But if you're trying to compromise, that's the better word. If you're trying to compromise your happiness by staying connected to something that will ultimately cause you to operate in your flesh, right? You're trying to break generational cycles, chains, and curses. Look at it as like tossing a little contamination or a little toxin into your clear water. You are right now focusing on clearing out your water, Leos, and to go back down to a lower frequency, to go back and get something that source has already delivered you from, would contaminate your water and mess up anything that you have going on in your life right now. So where's the card? This temptation right here, this means temptation. If you are tempted to go back, just keep in mind, we got the Queen of Pentacles twice. We got the King of Pentacles twice. We also have the Three of Pentacles. So everything is perfectly aligned, and you worked for this. Somebody wasn't born with a silver spoon in their mouth. This is where you got this out of the mud. Source is trying to build your legacy. And if you were to go back to something that Source already gotten you out of, thinking that, hey, I got to save this person from, this is not the movies. This is not the movie where you just, let me throw it in reverse and let me go back. I'm telling you, somebody needs to leave it alone. Somebody needs to leave it alone. You're going to throw yourself, I'm not sure who I'm talking to, but listen, vulnerability is your strength. When the moon is in Leo, this is where you want to use this time to generate self-love. Let me focus on me and getting real clear about what my legacy looks like. I deserve to be wealthy. I don't want to mess up my reputation. This crab right here, this is Cancer's, this is Cancer symbol, right? If I'm in spaces and I feel something, because somebody's highly intuitive, if I feel something in certain spaces where I don't feel nurtured, protected, and secure, somebody's dealing with somebody who is very lost. Their spirit is lost. They're trying their hardest to break generational cycles, chains, and curses, but you're going to have to leave it alone. You're going to have to leave their energy alone altogether and let them have whatever awakening they need to have in order to break the generational cycle, chain, and curse. Because you would only be slowing up yours if you didn't. So whatever anxiety, like I said, you've been feeling is going to go away very, very soon. So there it is. Five of diamonds. We have the 10 of hearts. We have the 9 of spades. We have the Jack of spades, 7 of spades, and also the 4 of spades, right? Again, Source is saying to you, get your rest. Get your rest. Further reiterating, get your rest. Get your rest, get your rest, get your rest. Only person that can save you is you. Stop talking about it. Stop overthinking it. You're a fire sign. Use your fire for good. Toss it into a burning bowl. We also have the 7 and 9 of spades, right? Something that you were in with somebody was a complete nightmare. I need you to remember that. It was a complete nightmare. You did not feel nurtured, protected, and secure. This could have been somebody you were dating, a family member. It could be somebody you worked with. You did not feel protected, nurtured, and secure. I need you to remember that, Leos, and I need you to move on from that, right? Every time you thought about certain energies, it was 2 energies in particular, move on from it, because somebody is thinking one thing, and I keep saying this in the cards, and again, this is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. But something in particular is very, very clear for me. But again, this is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. Somebody is thinking one thing, but it's the complete opposite of what you think it is, right? It's the complete opposite. All I can tell you is that let Source expose the answers to you. We have the 5 of diamonds. You're very close to opening up your vault door. You know, don't fumble that, because somebody is thinking, I just can't let this go. Your insecurities are, I'm not really sure. I gotta see how the enemy works is it's always a bait and switch. So the bait and switch would be something calling you back to something that Source has gotten you out of. Like, it's almost like it's sweetening the deal, right? But it's not. The enemy never delivers. We're talking about our lower selves, our carnal mind, right? Thinking, you know, what is it going to hurt? It's innocent, right? It's not innocent. We have the 10 of hearts here. I'm seeing for you everything that you want on the other side of that vault door. And really, you're already on the inside of the vault door, but the energy keeps trying to pull you back into something, keep baiting you back, pulling you back into something. It's time. Game time is over. Get your rest during these next couple of days. We have a new moon on the 14th/15th new moon phase, but you're already starting to feel that new moon. You can almost, I mean, really, if you think about it, you can almost predict certain energies' behavior because the enemy doesn't have any new tricks. If you really think about it, Leos, that's why I said at the beginning of your reading, the energy that I'm picking up from your reading, Leos, is that I almost think that somebody is really just too afraid to really live your absolute best life on purpose unless somebody challenges you. And then it's like, oh, okay, is that what we don't, you don't have to wait for somebody to blow towards you before you live your best life peacefully, unapologetically. Source is trying to make somebody very, very wealthy, trying to protect your image, right? Trying to protect you and have you focus on your legacy. Well, and something is trying to pull you backwards. Just the thought of something trying to pull you backwards, like somebody won something, like, oh, okay. Maybe get your ego out of the way. Fertilizing this. At number 10, this reading is for the 10th of September. 10 is the number of instant manifestation. And if this is not the truth, I don't know what is. Food is not the only thing that nourishes you, dear one. Be mindful of what you feed your soul. Do not go backwards, Leos. For some of you all, that curiosity killed the cat. I know your symbol is a lion, but curiosity killed the cat. Let me just go peek and see one last thing. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. You have been warned, and that's not a threat at all. I am not here to threaten you, just trying to help you to live a much more peaceful, wealthier life. Surrender. There it is. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest, to stop trying to control the whole universe. Leos, Leos, Leos. You all know I want the absolute best for you. And I'm telling you, the enemy is riding y'all like Seabiscuit. Yes. Riding you like one of those horses in the Kentucky Derby. That's what's happening right now. Giddy up. That's what the enemy is trying to do. Be bold and make the first move, right? You're a fixed sign. Stop being fixated on, I wonder what it is. Let me go back down to a lower frequency to see let me see what my demons want. That's what somebody's saying. Let me see what my demons want. Like, let me gather my robe and go downstairs. Do not stay upstairs. To stay upstairs, Leos, please stay upstairs. Woo. All right. One last card and we're going to go ahead and close this out. Yeah. Please stay upstairs because you're dealing with a different entity. You're dealing with a different entity and somebody else. They're really seriously battling demons, and that's like, you getting frustrated. Maybe it's the pride and ego in the way of somebody feeling like they can save somebody. See, then you're going up against source in them. And I'm going to tell you right now, your arms are too short to box. The best thing that you can do is pray for those energies and send good energy their way. It's almost like thinking that now that somebody could be with somebody else, or now that they got a different employee or whatever, now all of a sudden everybody seems happier and filled with glee because, you're the one that's out of the picture. Don't fall for it. That's how a lot of people get caught up. They looking on social media, looking at people's pictures and stuff, and everybody seem like you seeing all 32 teeth, people smiling. They could be miserable. Let's see what else we got going on here. Yeah, let's see what your number is, and let's close it out. Yeah, somebody is really out of alignment. And let me just say this, because it's something in particular dealing with a person who is really battling. And when I tell you, it's like a MMA fight in their spirit. It's really bad. Leos. There's nothing you can do to save the energy, but they're gonna have to surrender to self, their highest self, right? Because they're surrendering to ego, and that just what you think is that contamination, because somebody's still looking at things in 3D. And I need you to raise your frequency, like right here, and remember that you have a divine purpose, right? So number 9, I am compassionate. Yeah, you can still be compassionate. You can still be a compassionate person, but the number 9 symbolizes death, rebirth, just like this does right here, judgment. They may be thinking that you're harshly judging, and there's nothing for you to harshly judge. You're breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. The end, period, right? It's your compassion that makes you shine. You are devoted to helping the greater good, and you have a strong talent for speaking up for others. Your soul is most satisfied when you are being of service. Yeah. So if somebody were to tell you, Leo, to stay focused and leave something behind, they may sound mean. That may sound, oh, well, I wouldn't want somebody to leave me behind. Remember, you're not their God. Leave it alone, please. So that is what I have for you, Leos. Again, this moon in Cancer really symbolizes us feeling like we need extra hugs, extra kisses from the universe, extra love, right? And that's what everybody needs right now. It's just a little extra more, compassion from the universe, from source. We are resources. We are not other people's source. We are resources to other people. We are source to ourselves, but resources to other people. Source is saying to you, move on from something. So, and because somebody would be jeopardizing a whole lot of wealth, going from, you're already in your vault right now, and something is trying to pull you backwards. But I'm trying to see if there was anything else left that I see here in the cards. You're trying to move forward, and somebody's trying to pull you backwards, saying, I will get, this is, okay. Somebody is saying, I will get you back. That's why Source is saying, leave the ego out of it, because somebody needs to say to self, there is no way, like somebody is waiting for something really bad to happen to go, oh my God, I should have listened, right? Don't do that. Please don't do that. But somebody is saying, I will get you back. I will do anything to get you back. I will ruin whatever you got going on right now. I will get you back. Don't hang on to that. Whew. Oh my gosh. Yes, you do not need to go downstairs. Please don't go downstairs. Y'all saw those scary movies where they're telling you, you hear a little noise, knock or whatever downstairs, and you're like, okay, let me go downstairs and investigate. This is not one of the movies. This is where you die in the movie. No, okay. All jokes aside, because somebody's like, oh, I'm gonna die. No, okay, that part was a joke. You know how certain characters in movies where people say, don't look in the closet, don't look around the corner. The next thing you know, something happens. Well, what I'm saying in terms of death, not a physical death, I'm talking about like physically pushing yourself away, further and further back away from your vault door is what I mean. So some people take everything literally and they're like, oh my God. No. That's not what I'm saying. I try to throw a little joke in there. But no, seriously, this is not something you want to go back and investigate. Leave it alone. Source is trying to make you very wealthy. And if you're already with your person, or you're already in a situation where you feel like it's a good situation, don't go back to see what's going on. There's nothing going on. Just somebody in their ego saying that they're gonna get you back. They're going to take you. They don't care what's going on in your life. They'll mess up everything. So that's what I have for you. And I'll see you on Motivational Monday. Bye.